The people who end up getting most affected by some of these things are the people in the grassroots of society. And oftentimes their work and their input in helping to build up the society isn't noticed as much, as considerably as it should. People who are working hard, tilling and toiling to ensure that what they're doing is for the welfare of the whole Jamaica aren't oftentimes the ones who benefit significantly from those rewards.
Let's celebrate this time of the year, for joyous Kwanzaa is now here. Reflect on the past, let our family moments last, with home-cooked meals and gifts that will unmask. Have a joyous jam from Kwanzaa, from our Kinara to yours.
Hello, Wagwan, big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Now on this video, I want to come and have a conversation and talk about taking a stance for the future. And if you're a Jamaican, home or abroad, what is your stance that you are going to be taking for the future as we start to think out and plan out what it is that we're going to be doing for our future? You know, oftentimes we hear the narrative about Jamaicans migrating and the mass migration and the brain drain that it is causing on the society and on the economy. And we also hear about things like lands being sold off and the impact it's causing because people are coming in and buying up these lands from different walks of life. We also hear a lot about foreign investors coming into Jamaica and investing here, and it's almost as though it's putting things out of the reach of the grassroots Jamaicans. And oftentimes in societies far and wide, the people who end up getting most affected by some of these things are the people in the grassroots of society. And oftentimes their work and their input in helping to build up the society isn't noticed as much, as considerably as it should. People who are working hard, tilling and toiling to ensure that what they're doing is for the welfare of the whole Jamaica aren't oftentimes the ones who benefit significantly from those rewards. And I was watching this video of two men on an airplane in Nigeria, and the things that they were saying. Wouldn't it be awesome if we hear that sort of things being said a little bit more about Jamaica? And so I'm going to share that clip with you here.
So here, me and P-Shex going back to Lagos, coming from Abuja. We had a very amazing time in Abuja, but that's not the issue. The issue is we're on an airline that is owned by a Nigerian black man. It is owned by Alan Oyema, and he has 30 of these aircraft. Started the company in 2013, and he's been able to grow his destinations from a lot of African destinations, I think about 25 African destinations. Then he also goes to Riyadh, Turkey, London, and I think there's two other European and Western destinations that I'm forgetting. Also goes to Johannesburg. It's really inspiring to see aircraft that are owned by Africans. And I think this is the one inspirational thing that Nigeria has. It is Africans that are owning banks. I think the second biggest fuel and petrol refinery in the world is now in Nigeria, owned by Dangote.
Right.
Banks owned by black people. Telecommunications companies. I think there's telecommunications billionaires in Nigeria. And we need to take inspiration from this country, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be telling good African stories that inspire the African child.
Exactly.
We want the African child to be inspired by the biographies of Africans. And remember, the miracle that Africans are doing is that we just got independence 65 years ago.
Right.
We were colonized. But within 60 years, African men have become the richest men. Now ask yourself, what are we going to do in 100 years, 200 years, 300 years? We're inspired by African stories.
Right. No, it's very important that we get to that future that he's just talked about in 100 years and more, and even less, because one of the very important things that we need to do to get to that future is to have an understanding. If we are going to get to that destination, we have to stand up, tell our stories again. Also, we have right here in Nigeria three indigenous motoring companies. We have the Innocent, we have the Lord. I can't remember the third one now, but we have those two. And you also have...
And we saw Innocent being driven by the military in Kaduna.
Right. Exactly. And even the third brand that I'm actually trying to remember is actually in Jos. We're going to look it up and we're going to talk about it. That company makes luxury cars right in the middle of Nigeria, in Jos. And not just luxury cars, they make heavy equipments for agriculture.
Wow.
Right here in Nigeria.
So we're telling the good Africa story to inspire the next generation.
Now, like Jamaica, we equally don't hear that type of narrative very often about Nigeria either. And so when you hear such a thing where these two men are going into the country, given the narrative that they hear, and when they go in and on the ground, this is what they saw, and was able to record this video to showcase what it is that they saw from their experience and their perspective. And it would be good if we had a similar scenario in Jamaica. Because of the fact that this is one thing the two places share in common, the lots of negative narrative that's out there about them. And I just wanted to suggest a few things that we need to look at, because this is very possible for us too here in Jamaica. And the first thing is that we are living in an ever-evolving society, and with its global reach as well. One of the important things is we don't always have to agree with things that happens, but it is inevitable that we keep educating ourselves, learning new strategies, new approaches, those things that we think aren't morally upright for us to incorporate, we can discard. But when we keep learning new things, we're exposing ourselves to new inventions, new ideas, new way of doing things, and seeing how we can create space for ourselves to be able to do more for ourselves. And it brings me to the second point of saying we need to assess our work ethics. And this by no means is saying that we need to be lazy. What it is saying is that sometimes people are working and they're working hard and tirelessly, but they do not get a reward that is befitting to the amount of work they put in. And sometimes there are other ways, other strategies, other approaches that could be used where they work significantly less and they get a greater reward for the work that they do. And it's called working more smartly, which is finding more strategic ways of doing something equally as efficiently or better than the norm that we have about working hard. And the reason we have such a ingrained philosophy of hard work is because we were once a nation colonized, where people would tell us all of these things, that we need to go and work hard, work hard, work hard, because that's how they would get enough revenue from their plantations. And so now we need to get to the state of mind where we recognize that that conditioning doesn't necessarily serve us in the same way now. So for example, a farmer going out and working hard, is it really giving them the same return as if they implemented some smart strategies of how they're doing their farming to then be able to bring in a greater yield and still produce healthy food for the nation? Another important factor is aligning ourselves with the right groups of people, and making sure that when we're aligning ourselves with the right group of people, it means that we're aligning ourselves with people who can contribute positively to our existence just as we can contribute positively to theirs, and people who are able to help to advance us, to educate us, to inform us about things, and people who we can mentor and coach in the same way. One of the key things that we need to do more as a nation and as individuals is forward thinking and vision boarding. Now, when we're forward thinking and vision boarding, it means that we're planning out our life choices, the things that we want for our future, in a longer duration of time. So we're planning it out, we're seeing things further in the future, we're writing our vision, we're making it plain, and then we're implementing strategies and techniques in order to get us there. So even if the baton needs to be passed off to the next generation, they are clear about what the vision is, and they can implement their new knowledge that they've garnered and gathered into it as well, to help to build out that future that we are taking a stand for, because we need to take a stand if we are going to make our future the future that we envision that we want it to be. And then finally, we need to formulate and execute, because the best laid plans, if it is not executed, will still not achieve the successes that we want. And I often get told this by my parents and by my grandparents. You get to see the growth and development in any family by the way in which each generation progresses and develops. The things that one generation wasn't able to do, the next generation can. But we are also seeing in places like the USA and other parts of the world, where the generations of modern day are lamenting about the challenges and the difficulties of their survival, because they are looking back and seeing things that were happening in generations gone by that they themselves now in this generation cannot afford because of the different inflation and the rising costs, the soaring costs of things around them. And some of them are finding it difficult. You know, now the statistics is showing that people are staying longer at home with their parents than they used to because of the challenges. And so even though they are living in societies that we consider to be successful and thriving societies, there are glaring things that are demonstrating from what my grandparents and parents used to say that is not indicating the level of success that we would consider to be a line of progression that is suitable for generation after generation. And so if we look at our generations that were before us, look at ourselves and look at the generation we are creating that are coming after us, can we see a trajectory of progress? And bearing in mind the impact and the effect of things like inflation and how much we're providing an opportunity for that growth and that legacy for the future. And that is one of the key important point of why we also need to take a stand for the future, because we need to ensure that we are creating legacy for the people that are coming after us. And not just material possession, but also the emotional, the psychological, the intangible things that we are also making sure that they have, so that they can be whole individuals enjoying their lives and be fully rounded in whatever pursuit they undertake. We've made it through the fort last night. It was exciting, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was lovely. And so it's
gift time.
Yep, because it is Kwanzaa Day 1. Umoja, which means unity. And so as part of that, we're showing appreciation for each other. Okay.
Which gift do you want to open first?
So, you first.
No, you.
Okay. I want to open this one because I've been seeing it there and I want to see what it is. And you know I like gifts that people spend the time, effort and energy to make. And this one looks like one that you spend time, effort and energy to make.
Took 2 weeks.
Wow. So it's a bunch of flowers.
It's a paper bouquet.
Oh, a paper bouquet.
I put a gift box in the middle.
Oh, I can see writing on each of the different ones.
It's like money. It's like a money bouquet.
Oh, that's nice.
So the code is
I love you too.
I-heart-Y-O-U.
Can I open it?
Yeah.
Is there something in the petal in that part of the flower?
Yeah, that's the main gift.
Oh.
Open it and see.
That's nice. Oh, there's more.
Mm-hmm. There's the kit.
Wow! I didn't realize there was more.
Pick out the kits.
Oh, the inside of the box have
Different
shaped picture. Oh, that is lovely. That is awesome. Oh no. I have tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Look. I'm definitely going to keep this for a long while. Oh, I have wow, these are, this is like the tickets you get when you go to the games. You actually made these. Oh, that's so cute.
I have to go on Google and find different ones so I can see how some code goes in the corner and the date and everything.
I love you, my darling. Thank you for your gift. That is so nice.
Do you want to open the next one?
I think you're trying to pull at my heartstrings, you know, because you know that I like these.
I know, because you don't like material things. You like it to be from the heart.
Yes, that's it. This is cute, and I'm going to protect it dearly.
I want you to save this one for the last that you open right now.
Okay, so for what we open later after this.
No, the one that you open now.
Okay, your turn first.
What turn should I open? I'm opening this one.
Really? Can I choose one for you to open?
Yes.
Okay then.
The big
I'll hold the box.
It's from you. So let's see. If I can even open it.
You know there are gifts. There's even gifts in there from Nan and stuff.
And I saw one that I got from my.
You looked at them to say who they're from.
And I looked at one of them and I saw, because on the last day of school, I won a prize in one of my lessons. So I got the prize from one of my teachers. So
is that the one you added to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to open it.
That is so nice. And that was very kind of the teachers to give you a gift for it.
Yeah, they went through it.
Just pull the thing, I want to see it.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
let's
a
see.
box. This is like,
Uh-huh.
look at it.
Open it. I think you're going to like this one.
I don't want to see it. It looks like a piece of pie.
Yeah.
it.
I was like, that's one of the things I kept hearing about.
You got the
non-stop.
cup.
Yes.
It's so pretty. Thank you.
I couldn't find your they didn't have it in your color, so
That's
I thought
fine.
I'd go with this one instead.
It looks cool.
Because the other colors they had, you don't really like those colors.
Thank you.
But I was really wanting to find, is it teal, what's the green color called again? Sage green. I really wanted to find that, but I couldn't. Are you checking if it works? Okay, so now I guess you can wash it and have it for your beverage for the day. That's why I wanted you to open it first. Okay, so now we're sticking to our routine. We're sticking to our routine. One gift and then. So we're coming back to opening next time later.
No, we have to open more.
The Kwanzaa day one keeps moving. We have our fried dumplings, last batch left. I've got some cabbage cooking over there, and in addition to that, we're going to make some baked beans and chicken sausage. So, and Eliona is going to make her signature hot chocolate, reminiscent of Kwanzaa with the family back in the UK, that hot chocolate. Well, we've got Aki for a different day, so this is what we want for today. Eliona, are we ready for breakfast now?
Yep.
Okay, what did you make in addition?
I made hot chocolate. I sliced some pineapple slices and some cheese.
Okay, so are you looking forward to breakfast now?
Yep.
Okay, let's just quickly check what you made. Pineapple and cheese, hot chocolate. I cannot wait to taste this hot chocolate.
And I heated up the water.
Okay,
Yeah.
because this little princess here makes a magnificent hot chocolate.
I will not be sharing the recipe too. It's copyrighted.
I like your crown. Did I tell you when you did it?
This?
Yeah, I like your Bantu nut crown.
Thank you.
And I like the accessories that you put on it. It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the crown is to your afro.
Topping.
What did you forget? Oh, the whipped cream. I forget that you are hot chocolate and whipped cream go well together. So now we're going to go and eat. Thank you. And I see you took your favorite cup out too. So now it's just breakfast to be served. This is her favorite cup. And so we're going to just have that.
Because it's my favorite color.
One of.
It's my favorite.
Okay. Well, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Breakfast is served.
Comment down below who you think had the best layout. So we ate their breakfast. You can finally open the rest of the gifts. So here's yours.
Thank you.
And here are all of mine. What did you say?
Can you open the one that is an envelope that's in there for you? Have a look what it says on the envelope.
How did it get here?
Oh, please. Things happen.
It says her Nana.
Things can happen. Remember we had visitors the other day from the UK. Things happen, my dear.
But how did you get it here?
Nana knows how to work her wonders.
What's in it?
That's what you're going to have to find out.
How did you get this?
What's in there?
It's £50.
Uh-huh. Nana knew that she wasn't going to see you for not a second Kwanzaa. And so she wanted to make sure that you got your gift. So she found a way to get it to you.
Thank you.
You never expected that, did you? No.
Which one should I open next?
Which one do you feel you want to open?
I don't know.
Okay. And this is us with Mandeville Primary just behind us over there. This is Scotiabank, and this is their car park. That's the Scotiabank there. Juicy Leaf up ahead, and we're going down at the moment to Ward Avenue, and this is at the lights at the crossroad for Wards Avenue and Caledonia Road. And so this is the look of Mandeville currently. For those people who have wanted to see what Mandeville looks like, hope the snip shots that you've seen so far have given you an idea of how Mandeville is looking. And so there is a NCB, but it's further up the road closer to Manchester High, which is a little bit up from here.
The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family. The Jam Fam family, yeah. The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Tell us in the comments down below, what are some of the stands that you are taking for the future, for yourself, for your nation, as well as for your offsprings as a generational legacy. Bye for now, and we will see you in the next one.